Hello and welcome, my name is Grimwolf and today I will be reviewing Foundation from Polymorph Games. Considering this game is still in early access, it plays like it's in the end stages of development. It's crowdfunded and the developers seem extremely proud of its unique gridless building system and original soundtrack. The graphics are also amazing for the genre, but it's far from perfect, and here's why. The key to successfully navigating a sim or city builder is knowing the ins and outs of the game. In the case of Foundation, the do-or-die aspect is resource management. Villagers need a few basic things in order to stay in your village: multiple kinds of food, easy access to water, a local church, and clothing. Providing these things requires an intricate network of resource chains that can easily become overwhelmed by an influx of immigrants. This influx is something the game fails to prepare you for. Everything seems fine one moment, and the next all your villagers are leaving. The tutorial, unlike in most games, is simply a pop-up window that appears before your first foray into the wild world. It gives you a few basic tips and explains some of the game's more basic features. In a game as intricate as this, though, that is not enough. The tutorial needs to be a scenario that players play through. This is the best way to reach all types of learners. You can read what to do, see what to do, and then actually do it. The most essential part of managing resources is your villagers. Without them, you have nothing, so don't lose them. Their visual design may not be the most realistic, but they are adorable. Unless you look at their portrait on the villager page, and then they're pretty ugly. These villagers walk with the weight of normal human beings, for they create a dirt path everywhere they walk. Most games require you to build the dirt path, because that makes a lot more sense. Though these other games might be onto something, because the villagers tend to create paths that don't make any sense, like walking all the way around a lake to build a bridge that crosses it instead of just starting on the side they were already on. The villagers receive unique names upon arrival at your village, such as Edith or Frederick. Once your population grows, though, you get names like male number 456 and female number 1740. This starts to happen around 100 villagers. It's hard to imagine why the game can't generate names for less than 100 people. It's also hard to imagine why the only way to populate your village is through immigration. Is there something in the well water? Are all the villagers sterile or barren? If this is supposed to be historical, procreation is a well-regarded historical fact. Although the game is largely well done, there are some issues that should be resolved sooner rather than later. Hitting the escape key does nothing. In almost every other game I've ever played, that opens the menu. And according to reviewers on Steam, the game is prone to crashing. I played the game for about a week now, and it did crash, but only once. Next, villagers refuse to use clearly placed doors on churches. They simply walk through the walls wherever they please. They also get stuck in their own homes. The only way to fix it is to let them get angry enough to leave the village because they can't eat or drink, or delete the whole house and rebuild it. Lastly, one of the most annoying errors in the game is a message that says no farm field zone for farmers. This message comes up despite the fact that half the land I own is designated as a farm field. What Foundation needs most is for the developers to continue on their current path, but also to look past it. This game has the potential to be the best in the genre, but it needs something new. Give it some story, voice acting, or animated cutscenes. I want to be making this village for a purpose. What is this city the foundation of? I've broken down into a top 5 list the biggest pieces of feedback I have for the developers. At number 5, lots and lots of buildings and workplaces. Why is wheat the only thing we can farm? Number 4, a more modernized UI. The current one looks like it's from the 90s and it's too small. Number 3, allow players the option to place houses on their own. The automation means we have less control over the shape our village takes. Number 2, add a speed faster than ×3. At the end game, all I can do is sit and watch. And finally, at number 1, add something new and unique to the genre. Gridless placement isn't enough. We need something like story, voice acting, or animated cutscenes that will set this game apart from all others and make it one of the best the genre has to offer. Because let's face it, this game is already well on its way to becoming just that. I enjoyed this game, and people who like this type of play will love it too. It does need work, but it is still in early access, so it's impressive that it's already this good. I give Foundation the rank 4.5 out of 5. And that's my review for Foundation from Polymorph Games. If you like this video, please subscribe, and you can follow me on Twitter at LordGrimwolf, or you can visit our website to see our written reviews at grimwolfgaming.com. I'll see you next time.